kept seeing a car go into the water. All day they've been showing me reruns in my mind of Adventures with Purpose. VP's gonna find her in the Prosser Lake.
We have found Kylie Rodney's vehicle. Again, our search for Kylie at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10.
There are plenty of questions and very few answers after 4 students at the University of Idaho were found murdered in their off-campus house.
It's like if you look at Ted Bundy's eyes and you look at his eyes, they're the same. Maybe a little bit lighter. The one thing that I keep seeing is curls. So I don't know if he has curly hair or wavy hair, and that might be when it's grown out. I think he elongated, like his face might be a little bit longer. There's a reference to a pointier type nose. He honestly looks a lot like Ted Bundy, but like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like not as handsome. I keep getting like a security guard or a badge. Like a Brian or something like that. It's because they are going to catch him. Because I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit. He wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Okay. He's probably going to go to jail for this eventually. I keep getting December.
The name Richard again.
I also get the name Rick. Damn name Allen is coming in again.
Jailed 50-year-old Richard Allen in connection with the double murder. Teen best friends Libby German and Abby Williams went hiking on a trail and never came home.
Done on November 20th, 2019 at 7:14 p.m. Quentin, but I'm seeing trash and I don't.
9:42 Wednesday morning. Quentin Simon's mom told 911 her little boy was gone.
I do keep hearing a trash truck though. Then I keep hearing the trash truck. It's almost, that's one thing I can't get rid of is the twisting of the trash bag. And so then I'm like, well, is he in the trash? Okay. Unfortunately, I hate to say that. I do hear landfill could be the...
Well, new tonight, a heartbreaking search underway in Georgia for a missing toddler. Police are sifting through trash at a landfill for the remains of 20-month-old Quentin Simon.
And I felt like he was going to be found. That was earlier in the day.
3-year-old boy found alive and in good health.
And I said, like, within 3 miles, but I'm not seeing him being hurt, and I'm not seeing someone coming up and getting him.
And I said, were you alone? Yes.
The main 2 things I keep getting is the wooded area and the shed.
Well, to take cover in that shed.
Late into the night to find.
I see him running to the woods. Oh, I keep getting the repeated image of him running to the woods. Okay. So maybe he decided he wanted to go play and then he kind of got lost in the woods. Be within 2 miles. I keep getting a reference to the edge of the woods. And so he's still alive because I'm not using him to get this information.
Right.
Around in the woods like I can't find my way out. I'm stuck. And I said he's in a bush.
Okay. I went across a field of grass. I came up on some woods. Sure enough, I went in the woods and about 100 feet from where I was at. I think he was in some stickers. There's a lot of stickers and all there.
Tonight in our Missing series, a case that we have heard a lot about from our viewers.
He wants to take me down the road to like a neighbor's house or something, like another farm. I also hear neighbor. He said he knows this guy. He knows him. And he's a neighbor. I don't know what the friends come in.
Suspect, 58-year-old James Brenner, who also happens to be Dylan's closest neighbor in the remote desert area of Lucin.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And so today we were actually going to do something else, but I'm being pulled in another direction. So we might actually, we were going to do Chelsea tonight, but I'm getting pulled in another direction. So we're going to work on this one tonight. And Lizzie will have to remind me of her name because I think it's Lizbeth, the cheerleader that's the recent case that just came out. Kind of it being pulled in that direction. And I guess Lizzie pulled up her picture and her computer just went off. So there's a reason I get pulled in directions. From what I feel from Chelsea, it's not an immediate thing for me. So for some reason, this feels more urgent. So we're going to go in this direction, and we are working on trying to get more content up. So be patient with us, because I'm still trying to fit things into my schedule and do the best that I can. So I appreciate your patience. So all the ways to support me are in the box below, in the description box. If you just click see more, when you go down, you can see everything. There's an explanation of what Autowrites are and interconnects, because sometimes that happens. Although things have been a lot more focused lately, there can be still a couple more things that can interconnect. Also, I am a little bit behind on the products, but I do still have them. I am still offering them, and you do get a little channel with them. But I think I'm going to make it to where if people want to add it to their reading, they can in some way. There's websites not letting me do it, but I'm thinking I'll offer it when I email people when they schedule. My prices are going up, so if you want the old prices, if you schedule before Sunday, you'll be able to get the old prices. Otherwise, the new prices are going to go into effect on Sunday. There are gift cards that you can purchase if you want to just give $20 off a reading to someone, or get a full reading for them. I'm offering the gift cards, especially this time of year. It's a really good thing, especially if someone needs to hear from a loved one or needs that healing. Holidays are always hard, and new passings are always hard. So that's always a nice gift, thoughtful gift to give. So I'm offering that. The wish list is down below. The old podcast is down below. My book is down below. Merchandise is down there. So all the ways to support the Psychic Sleuth channel and what we do here, and make less stress on me, and also for you to follow me everywhere. It's all in the description box below. So I want to thank you guys for your support so far. And okay, I'm going to get into explaining how I work for those that are new here, and because I feel it's important, because we all work differently. So information that comes in can be past, present, or future. It can be symbolic, not always literal in the way that I see it, or have multiple meanings. Spirit will often use my references, experiences, how I relate to things to try to explain what they're wanting to say. So they'll use crime shows and things like that, sometimes things that I've seen, to try to describe things to me. Keep in mind that things can come in around the perpetrator and also around the victim and connections. So it's not always just the victim, it's not always just the perpetrator, but it can be connections as well. And sometimes I even get stuff in the area that happened in Idaho 4, but it doesn't always happen. And also due to timing, I can get certain things. So I'll only get what I'm supposed to get in the timing I'm supposed to get it in. I am not here to solve a case. I am not here to be the police or anything like that. I just try to give the victims their voice and be respectful in that way also, because Spirit is the one that pulls me in and wants me to do this. If they didn't want to communicate with me, they wouldn't. But I just tried to give the puzzle pieces that they give me to help put a case in a new direction, if anybody's willing to listen. So I also, in these kind of circumstances, try to get a message to the family in case they ever see it. I try to be respectful in that way, but I'm taking Spirit's permission on this. So as I get information, Lizzie's going to validate what she knows. There's not really anything out to validate, but she'll just be there as an energy to bounce back and forth off of, because we create, like, her energy helps me and vice versa. Well, it's like a triangle with a sitter and Spirit and me. It creates like an energy thing. It just helps the reading flow a little bit, and it also helps me not think so much. And so that's why she's here. So please be kind and understanding, and be nice to my sitter, and be nice in the comments, be nice in everyday life. Know that we're just here to try to help and give Spirit a voice. Let's see. So when I feel things in my body, it's mostly a description of what they felt. And it can be ailments or symptoms as well. It's not always a passing. When it comes to cases, it's about puzzle pieces. So we just try to put the puzzle pieces together to lead us in a direction. Sometimes it's direct, sometimes it's indirect. It's no telling really how it's going to work. And I think that's basically it. I think that's basically it. I think all of you guys know kind of how I work. Can always refer back to other cases, but I just want to remind everybody that it's puzzle pieces and it's not always just around her or the perp. So sometimes they'll give me like a best friend or somebody else to lead me in that direction. Like I never know how they're going to do it. Hopefully this goes well because it is new. I usually try to give more time, but again, we're feeling pulled in that direction. So that's why I'm doing it. All right. I'm going to bring Lizzie on and then we're going to get started. Oh, Neptune's hanging out today. If he starts getting in the way, I'll put him away. But
Hello.
oh, there she is.
Hello.
Her computer went out, so she's on her phone. So that's why she's in the dark.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm hoping it'll load back up here. I've never had that happen before, and it just kind of... So, we're working in shambles right now.
Yep, but that's
it was so weird, because we were talking, you know, and I was pulling up a picture of her, and then it just, everything went out. I've never had this happen before.
Well, one day I'm going to get a spirit ball back here, one that actually works well, and we'll have that on. And that's my plan anyways, so that, you know, it can be there and people can watch it, see if it goes off. All right. So again, don't know much about this, not really much to get, but we're going to see what we can get. I know one thing, I can't breathe all of a sudden. And my head is hurting.
Okay.
I'm getting like a really, like a throbbing headache. Okay. I get that watching vibe again.
Okay.
Like how you feel like you're being watched or something like that. I get kind of that feeling. I feel like I haven't done a case in forever. I feel I'm like rusty or something. I wonder how much on social media she was. Because I keep seeing her like on her phone and stuff, like on social media sites. So I don't know if that means that she was. And that's another thing I forgot to mention. Like, we can always perceive wrong. It's all in how we perceive it, but I'll just try to explain what I'm getting. Because there's a reference to like social media. So I don't know again if that has anything to do with like she was talking to someone on social media or if it's just like she had a social media presence. I'm not really sure. But I keep seeing her like scroll through her phone. So it could also have something to do with like prior to this happening, maybe she was scrolling through her phone. But things can have multiple meanings. So it's almost like I almost get more than one meaning with this for some reason.
Okay.
I wonder if she used to like walk home from school because I see her like walking and she's like walking with like a friend or something and she's smiling and laughing and kind of like, you know, they're having like a talk and they're, you know, like teenagers do. I kind of get that vision and it's almost like they're walking from either a bus stop or school or something because they get backpacks. So, or they're walking from somewhere. I'm not really sure what that means, but she's showing that for some reason. I don't really know why.
Okay.
And I wonder if she was good in school because there's, oh shoot, Lizzie, I kicked you off the thing. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I don't know if she was good in school because she shows me a paper with like an A on it.
Okay.
So I wonder if she was like, you know, she was one of those, she did well in school, but I think that she comes across as like an all-American type girl as far as she feels popular to me. She feels, you know, it's popular, good grades, cheerleader, like in that realm or in that clique.
Okay.
Is what I keep getting. Or is what I feel from her. Thanks.
Now I mean, there's not much out there to validate on, and you know, we were gonna finish up Chelsea, and I wasn't feeling good the last couple days, so please, people, be easy on me with the validations. But I did read that she was very loved and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say you're correct on that she was popular and impacted people.
I feel like she was really close to, or I don't know if her family was like tight knit. Or she was really close to mom. I keep seeing her like with mom and she's like laughing and stuff, and she's like, she says, of course, as teenagers, like I had my moments, but in other words, she's showing me like her family like dynamic seemed pretty good.
Okay. I want to say you're probably right on with being close to her mom, because it was just her and her mom. So
I feel like I have all these, like there's so much like in my mind I don't even, because there's a reference to also like a best friend, and I don't know why it's coming up, but maybe a girl she was really close to or hung out with a lot, that maybe didn't live very far. I get a little confused as always because I feel like there's some jealousy somewhere. So I don't know if that's like just another girl that had jealousy towards her, or if I feel like she was well liked and well loved, but you know how that is when people are like that. There's always that one or two people that are like jealous, especially as teenagers. So I don't know again if I don't know if she had any rivals or anybody that was jealous of her. Or that maybe she didn't get along with.
Okay.
I got a name, but I don't know. We're just gonna hang on to it because it's a full name. Thomas Keaton. Absolutely no idea who that is. But as you guys know, if I don't say it, it will repeat and drive me crazy. So
okay.
Also a reference to like a guy that plays football that maybe, I don't know if like he liked her or she liked him, or because I keep getting a reference to, well, it could be just football in general, but I keep getting a reference to like a football player.
Okay.
Or I keep saying football, like I don't know when their game was, like last time she cheered or whatever, or if there's a significance to it, because I keep seeing, you know how football players run out on the field, I keep seeing that, and like them putting on their helmets and stuff. So I don't know if she's saying like she liked one of the guys liked her, or if there's a significance to like a game.
Okay. There was a parade, a Christmas parade that day that the cheerleaders were in. I don't know if that included football players, but usually high school football games are like Fridays. But I think like it's coming towards the end of football season for high school. So maybe they had a game that Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a mention of it might not have anything to do with the timing of her passing. It might have something to do with somebody at the game or somebody that she liked. I don't know. I just keep seeing football players run onto the field kind of thing.
Okay.
She just said the words brutal and personal.
Okay. They did not release details on her death, but it was stated that it was a brutal manner.
And things won't be very clear right now or strong usually when it's this early, but I don't know. I keep getting an online connection, but I'm not really sure. She keeps showing me like I'm in the halls at high school, but there's I just get like an animosity feeling or a jealousy feeling or something. It's like she shows me like two different cliques. Like we all know how high school is. But I keep seeing like different groups, like one group of people and then another group of people, like the cliques. And I'm not really sure why she's showing me that, because what I'm trying to see is if this is someone that's in the high school or is this someone that she met online, because I'm getting that she was pretty, I feel like she's talked to people on social media. I don't know who that would be, but this day and age, so that's what I'm trying to see, is if because it feels personal, so it feels like I keep getting a reference to lighter, like a sandy blonde curly hair, and blue eyes. She's like showing me those features. I hear the word rejection. But she shows me the features of like I said, like it's sandy blonde hair, but like curls, like I was seeing kind of with Idaho, like those kind of curls, or wavy, and blue eyes. I also get the word Decker. I don't know what that means. My pen's almost out of ink. Awesome. But she keeps taking me back to the high school for some reason, like in the hallway of the high school. Information is not very clear at all with this. Not like I thought it would be for the pool that I had.
Do you think maybe it's just too soon, or no? I mean, because you're connecting with her, right? I mean, but maybe it is too soon to get.
I don't know if I'm just getting like people surrounding the case, like people surrounding her, or what the reference is. What the heck? My pen won't open. That's freaking weird. So my purple pen I couldn't get open, and then I grabbed the blue one. That's her school colors. I thought that was weird. That one started working. It's just weird. It's not nothing. It's just weird.
Listen, this whole night is weird, okay? The computer going down, your pens.
So, I don't know. I'm a little... So, I'll just tell you guys what I keep getting. So, the references is I keep getting this guy. He's with like curlyish blonde hair and blue eyes and kind of like a strong jawline, like, and a reference to like another female. So I don't know if this is a friend or someone that she had a problem with or what it is. And she keeps taking me back to the school. But what's confusing me is I also keep getting a reference to her being online. And I don't know if you guys know that case. And I'm not saying it's exactly like the case. Okay, because I get references to cases so I can kind of understand the story. But I keep getting reference to that case of the cop that drove across country because like a 16-year-old was talking to him online and then he unalived her. So not saying that it's a cop or anything like that. I'm just saying a similarity reference to maybe possibly someone online. So I'm a little confused because she keeps taking me back to the high school and she keeps showing me that guy referencing that girl, but then I get the reference to that case. So I'm not really sure. So, I mean, the way it's coming across is I think she's just talking about stuff that was going on. Like, I don't know, the curly sandy blonde hair dude with blue eyes. I mean, that could be someone she knew at school, someone that knew something, a profile. I don't know. I just keep seeing him. And then there's reference to a female. And I keep going back to the school for some reason. But again, she shows me clicks. So it could just be stuff that was going on. But for some reason, she comes across as like more mature, like beyond her years. Like maybe she yes, maybe was popular even at her old school and was being, I don't know, people were starting to like her at this school, but I still feel like this pull away, like she was already wanting to be kind of grown up. Like that's the way that it comes across. Like she, you know, these days and these day and age, these teenagers, they want to be 18 when they're 16. Like that's kind of how it comes across. And I feel like she tried to make herself look older. And she wanted to be older. And she may have even went, because I keep getting this online thing and I keep wanting to cough. So she just said I lied. So I don't know if that means like
Okay. Well, the day before this happened, she did miss school for being sick.
I'm wondering if she was really sick or she's saying she lied about being sick.
And also her mom did say she's was like very mature for her age.
I keep feeling like it's possible that she was talking to someone online and that maybe I think another reason I got pulled to this case is because I got Edna in July of 2019 and I didn't even know that was a place. I just took it as a person.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too, because
I just thought, that's interesting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like I keep getting a reference to this case of that guy that drove all that way, was dating like underage girl and ended up unaliving her. I keep getting that reference. So that might be the reference here. I just don't understand why she takes me to this school with everybody. But I feel like all the kids at school would have been in school during that time. They would have noticed if anybody wasn't in school, and why would it had to be somebody that wasn't at school? And she doesn't feel like maybe that guy that I don't know how that guy fits. Like, it could be like a fake profile or something, because it feels like she says predator. So you know, a lot of these predators, they are online looking for girls that, and they sometimes pretend to be different people, catfish. So I think maybe she didn't know exactly, because it's almost like I feel like I was going to meet somebody, but I keep going back to the phone and scrolling through the phone and stuff. I keep getting that case where he like drove to meet, but I keep wanting to go like the next town over or something. Like is there a larger city next to Edna? I mean, it might even be farther than that, but for some reason, it's like she wants to take me over city, or I think it's state lines or city lines. It's a line. She'd take me over one. Like, she shows me her like Edna, and then she takes me to like the next. I don't know if it's like a city or state, but whatever's like one of the next places over. That's where she wants to take me to for some reason.
It's Jackson County, but that's not the.
Because I think Edna's like a smaller, like little town, but you know how
It
smaller
is.
towns have like bigger cities.
Yes.
But it's almost like she wants to take me like to the very next something. Like, she takes Edna and then she takes me that way. Huh, okay. She said he was not what she expected. I keep seeing there's a reference to the number 25. I don't know if that's an age or not. I keep wanting to cough, so that tells me somehow, some way, my airway was cut off. I keep feeling like a smothered feeling or something. You know, when we first pulled her up, I feel like there's multiple things that happen, but for some reason when we first pulled her up, I kept getting the reference to like, and this might not be literal the way that I'm seeing it, I don't know, but it's like she shows me her in the bathtub, somebody behind her with a bag over her head pulling on it.
That's where she was found.
I keep seeing that over and over and over again. So I don't know if like something happened outside and then she was dragged there and then that happened. Like, I feel like for some reason multiple sort of things. I keep picking up a
And she moved from Nebraska to Edna about a year ago.
Okay. So she wasn't that new.
Yeah, and it says that it's a town of 6,000 people, and it's 100 miles south of Houston.
Okay. So 100 miles south.
I thought she just recently moved there with the way the article was, but I have read there's another article that says it was about a year ago.
I mean, I could be picking up friends and stuff going on at the school, or, you know, I don't know. I do keep seeing, but it could be also a fake profile. He could have used that as a fake profile. But I keep getting like sandy blonde, curly hair, and blue eyes for some odd reason. Whether it's a real person or not, I keep picking that up. And then it's like almost like, and I try to see the guy. I freaking hate when I cannot see them.
Oh, here you go. You're probably right on track with the whole online things. It says her mom said that she knew the person because there were no signs of forced entry.
For some reason, I feel like if it was someone from the school, they would know what.
There was a break-in at their apartment 3 weeks ago.
So if there was a break-in, that means that they like knew how to get in and out anyway. Could have broken and placed cameras or something weird like that.
Or maybe the break-in is unrelated, and she,
That's too coincidental.
Yeah. You know, I mean, like some stalkers, like,
because
they go in first and take things of, like, if they're obsessed.
I got that in Idaho 4, and I kind of like, I kept seeing like someone standing outside in the shadows, like watching the house. And then that, that rejected comes in. So this comes in kind of like as a possible obsessed kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it comes, because it's almost like I feel surprised when I see the person.
Okay.
But then it's like I keep getting a reference to like holding a knife up to my throat and pushing me into the door. Like, someone opens the door and then they're standing there, and like in the movies, and they put a knife up to their throat and like make them walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's almost like she did answer the phone. I'm just I definitely couldn't breathe at some point. And I feel it's brutal. I feel like there's multiple things, and there could be a knife involved, because I keep getting a reference to my chest area, but like it's like a blow to my chest. And they keep showing me like, so I don't know if like she, like I said, she was smothered, but maybe not all the way, and then they used a knife, because I see like how it looks like when they hold up a knife like this. That's what they show me. So I don't know. But I'm not getting like a gun. I'm getting a It also kind of feels like maybe there was like, I don't know if if there's SA involved, or if it was like tried, or I'm not sure about that. They're not clear on that. Like this just being like, I don't know. It feels so much similar to like kind of Idaho 4, like in a way. Except for I don't think the girls were talking to him, but I feel like maybe she was.
Okay.
Because I get like a sense of rejection and a sense of, I don't know. But the thing is I don't wonder what the 25 means. It seems significant. I don't know if it's a date or an age. You said 3 weeks ago. What date would that be? Did they say a date?
Let me see.
Would you stop? You usually never talk, dude. You never say a word. People are going to complain about you. I feel hot too for some reason. I just, for some reason, it's weird that I got that full name, but I can't. I'm having a hard time seeing this freaking guy. Reference, I think, like to a. Is he a bald head, like bald or really short, or what is that? I don't understand. I don't know what that is. I can't barely see that.
Let's see if I could find a date for this.
I hear the word encrypted, so I don't know if he like had his stuff.
They said that there was a person, like one person in custody of interest from the break-in, but it's not giving me just says 3 weeks ago.
It doesn't say a date.
Found this one because her mom wanted to stop rumors swirling. She believes her daughter's murder could be connected to a break-in at their apartment 3 weeks ago. I believe they have one in custody and they are questioning someone. But as far as someone they are certain of, we don't have any information on that.
They may not have broken in before. They could have. And there could be 2 people involved. But and I go back to the case of the person that, she was talking online, and like, this isn't random. This was planned. This was like, she was targeted. She was targeted, but I keep going back to like the school for some reason, and then I keep going to like online profiles, and so I don't know. It's almost like they went there for her.
Okay.
Like it does feel targeted to me.
Okay.
Well, I can't believe I just did that. I went through half of this and then realized I didn't record any of it. I don't know what my problem is. So, I actually did a reading on this a couple nights ago. It wasn't very clear. It was very all over the place. It was very foggy. That might have been my own stuff. That might have been her. I will try to piece in from that reading certain things that I feel is important to this one. That was done like I think Wednesday into Thursday. And so I wanted to kind of do an Autowrite to get a little bit deeper. Because sometimes I'm more helpful that way. So I struggled, like I said, I struggled so much, but keep in mind that Autowrites, I try to stay focused. I may get other cases. There is a link below in the description box that does explain how Autowrites and all that works. But the only issue with that is because of that. But I've gotten pretty good at being pretty focused with it. So I'm going to try to do Lizbeth again. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to call my consultant, which I actually use both for this because it's so fresh that she's still maybe adjusting. But as you know, information can be past, present, or future, symbolic, not always literal in how that I see it, and have multiple meanings. Spirit will often use my references, experiences, how I relate to things to try to explain what they're wanting to say. So I'm just translating visions and symbols and trying to perceive them the best way that I can. So do keep that in mind. So everything is not always straightforward. I see bits and pieces. Sometimes I don't see the whole thing. I'm not going to know everything. Like, I'm just a person connecting to a higher vibration. I am also not the cops. I'm not here to find anybody or go after anybody. I just hope that, being a voice for the victims and using spirits permission to do so is what I'm trying to do. I try to remain very respectful in that, but if they don't want to talk to me, they don't have to. I just feel like I wanted to give her a couple days and also myself a couple days before I tapped into this. And again, I will post you some of what I did the other night, but also I wanted to do this to get a little bit deeper. And sometimes, again, it works better for me that way. Keep in mind that things can be connections that come in, and they can be connected to also, her, him, or things around the case or timing or whatever. So do keep that in mind as well. And if anything extra comes in, I'll let you guys know. I will try to read as slow as possible, but sometimes my ADHD gets the best of me. So keep in mind that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is in no way factual information, just psychic medium impressions. Viewer discretion is advised and for entertainment purposes only. So the other reading I did again was like I think Wednesday into Thursday night, or Wednesday night into Thursday morning, or something like that. Or maybe it was Thursday into Friday. It was one of those. My days are all mixed up. I've had a couple really weird days. But this is being done 12/9/23, and I've tried to stay away from everything. Actually, I've been really busy with doing other stuff, so I haven't even gotten to catch up on anything. So like the other night, I'm getting pain in my head. So I feel maybe at some point she was caught off guard. I feel like she's very grown up for her age, and that she maybe got into talking to someone online that she may or shouldn't have. But I feel a sense of rejection with this person. The front of my throat hurts as I feel my airway cut off. I feel like this was very frenzy and brutal attack, not something that she expected. She was well loved and well liked and popular. I feel like football and cheerleading was kind of her life, and she wanted to continue doing that. She feels very peppy and kind. I feel that there were people that were jealous of her, like, and when girls and stuff like that happens. We were all 16 once, but I keep getting her scrolling through her phone, and I hear the word predator. I feel like someone was watching her in different ways, as I feel like the stalking sort of feeling, but she says she never felt any danger. I also feel like I answer the door and there's a moment of like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like I may know this person or sense of person. I feel a reference to petty crimes, and I feel in some way that there's more than one person, whether it's just casing it or not, or they know about it or not, or something to that effect. I want to go back a month or so or weeks prior, but I also feel like I get a reference to the case where that cop met someone online and then they drove across county to meet and unalive a teenager. I'm not saying that this person is a cop or any of that. It's not the exact same situation, but again, they will reference cases that are similar that I can relate to try to explain the situation to me. And again, it's not that I drove that far either, but I do keep wanting to go across a line. So city, state, county, but it feels like it's like the city. But I also feel like they traveled. So I get a reference to maybe her talking to a certain people without thinking anything of it, but I get that maybe something concerned her and that she quit or rejected him. I keep getting Idaho 4 feeling with this. My ear hurts. I feel like, and I'm getting, my head is really hurting while I'm talking to you guys and doing this for some reason, like really, really bad. And if I get anything extra, I will let you know. But I feel like a struggle, like she struggled with her attacker. I feel pain and so things might have been knocked off or something, or there might be signs of a struggle. I kind of feel like that, but I keep getting like in different versions. I don't know. It's really weird. So I feel pain in my ear. I get my hair pulled and I get a reference to blunt force. I dragging into the bathroom. I'm a little confused on if she was deceased or just left in that like the bathtub or not, because it all kinds of comes out of nowhere, but I still feel like I'm being dragged by my hair. I feel like the motion of going into my chest. So some kind of weapon used. I want to say I see a flash of a knife and I feel like I can't breathe. But I also feel like my airway is cut off. This comes across as like brutal, personal, like someone that was upset by the way he was made to feel. I get darker features, golden brown eyes as they show me like the iris, and how that looks, and the hair. His hair looks on like the darker, blacker side. I haven't been online as I wanted to stay away from this, but I feel like 25 is significant, but age just feels like 20ish. That's how he feels. Now, again, ages are hard. Sometimes they feel younger, and they may be older or vice versa. I'm feeling the energy of it, but it kind of feels like that. Like I'm like in my 20s. 25 came in the other reading too, so it just makes me wonder. I feel like I keep getting between 5'8" and 5'10", and I feel like that range, and I get that there was a wealth of evidence left behind, including DNA and possible hair fibers. That keeps coming in. I feel like I'm surprised, but at the same time, I feel like some reason this guy may be like a predator, undercover one, like definitely some sort of personality disorder where feeling less than isn't a choice, maybe narcissist. I feel like I do things with my hands, so for work or hobby. The middle of my chest hurts very bad now. I feel like he may have shaved or changed his looks, and I get a reference to jail as I see him in orange. So past or future, or both. I get a reference to next Thursday is significant, like something may come out. And I also get a reference to the name Tommy. Sometimes names can be first or middle or a connection. Remember that not everything I get here will fit, including names. I also hear the word green, so not sure what that means. I think maybe that this didn't really go the way it's planned, as I feel like there was a plan to maybe take her, because I keep getting that sort of feeling. I hear the words caught off guard. They keep drawing a link to mom, so I'm not sure if that means like mom knows him or has seen him. I'm not really understanding that. I also feel like more than one thing was done to her, as this appears like a frenzy out of control attack. I just feel like I'm going nuts. Where it started in one spot and ended in another. I get a reference to football and candles and balloons, but I keep seeing football players running out to a field in blue, and I got that in the other reading, so I will add that. So I'm not sure if something will be done at the football game or how that relates, but I don't know. But I keep feeling like she had this presence online or online dating or something like that. I can't shake that. And that in that case that I keep getting reference to, I also like the case where the cop traveled, not saying it's a cop or they traveled that far, but it's just the idea of meeting someone online, traveling to them and unaliving them, like that kind of idea. I also get the name Travis. So again, first middle connection or another case. I just feel like this rage and anger coming from him in some way. Like I can't shake that feeling. Like I just get so angry at how I was treated or rejected or whatever, but I keep wanting to go to a city area because I feel like I'm in a city, but it's close. Like they did this the other night and kept taking me over the line. So city or county or state, but I feel like I'm in a city area. Like it feels really like the next city over, and I live in an apartment or something like that. It feels like middle of city. It doesn't feel like the small town, but I also, and that could just be a place he stays or whatever, but I keep getting that like cars and like kind of commotion around me, but I also hear the words on the run. But I feel like once he's cornered, he may confess. They may have an idea of who he is. I hear 165 to 175, so I don't know if that's a weight. That's kind of how I want to take it. Hold on, Libby's trying to step on everything like usual. I do keep wanting to put a T in here somewhere for some reason. Like the letter kind of sticks out to me. I don't know if essay involved or what was attempted. That's not really clear. I feel like maybe being an intention. I don't know if he got interrupted or not. I feel like this hurry, I kind of get this like hurry sense as well. I do feel like he knew she was home, maybe due to her online status or something. But there's a sense that someone at some point she was going to meet him or is talking to him. Like that comes across as a stalker gone wrong, obsession, dark desires type thing. But I don't know if there's also a reference to maybe prior incident being connected in some way or not. So there may be people that know or whatever, but when I see this person in the apartment, I just see him. I wonder if there's stairs, because I keep seeing someone walking upstairs in tennis shoes, like the outside stairs. So I don't know if there will also be a footprint as well. I feel like she may have portrayed herself as older at times and not put her real age out there. I feel like I really can't breathe. I hear the word sexual sadist. I also keep seeing pictures of her all over. So I don't know if this is symbolic or not, but it's like in the movies where you see pictures all over the wall. It may be symbolic for obsession as well. It's like I'm in and out though. I on what she didn't know, like she didn't know what hit her. I feel like she knew him but didn't know him, if that makes sense. Like maybe again just online or passing, or I do keep getting reference to online though. My stomach hurts as well. I feel facial hair, but I think he may have shaved or cut his hair shorter or something. Like he may not look exactly like he did, because I keep seeing a mugshot, and in the mugshot I don't see facial hair. Like I see him with and without, but there's also reference to fingernails, so she may have gotten him with her fingernails. I also feel like in some way he was either scratched or injured. I also get a reference to like a river by where he may live or that he overlooks. I don't know why I see like a bayou. So I don't know if this is like a bigger city like in Texas. I don't know if like Houston or something is by there. I'm not really sure. I don't know where this is at on the map. Like because sometimes I'll get like an area where they are at or where they live or where they're from. or connected to. Like he doesn't feel like he's like from that area, but knows that area. I get this very in shape. Like, look at this guy. Like, you wouldn't think he'd be capable of this, but there's a side that many don't see, like rage, anger, not being told no. I hear fatal attraction, crime of passion. I also get an R as well. I don't know why I'm here in Tennessee. I don't know if that's a connection there or not, or what that's about. I know sometimes I get street names, so I'm not sure. I keep kind of also hearing Rivera, some odd reason. I don't know if it connects here. And the name Brian, like every time I hear that now, I totally second guess it, but it will repeat till I say it. So I can't get rid of it again. Sometimes I don't know if it connects here, like again, first, middle connection, or another case. I do feel again like I'm being watched, like a predator with prey. I'm outside watching the apartment. He may have been seen around there before. I keep getting like something with this online tracking him in that way. Like maybe the cops can do that. Like it doesn't feel random and that random person did this. It feels like it was planned, or maybe I go and talk to her or something and it got out of hand, or that I force myself on her and something of that sort. But I feel like just the beast took over. Like he may have some Mexican or Spanish kind of descent. I try to be, everybody has different looks and it's hard to tell, but I kind of feel that too, like in his genes. I feel like her mom was her best friend. I feel like they were more like sisters in the way that they looked and acted. She's much like a single child with a single parent, much like me with a single child with a single parent. I feel is matured fast, and again, she was kind and also popular, but also 16. We all remember that being that age. I got the name of this place, Edna, in a random list in 2019. I find that kind of interesting. I don't know. I didn't know it was a city. Also, I get the name Kevin. Also, again, hang on to it. I wonder if I misnamed her Melina on accident, because I did that earlier. And then I was like, oh, maybe I did that for a reason. So I'm just going to put that here because there may be a reason for it. I also feel like the second. So he may carry the name or be a junior, but because they put the second at the end of his name. So I thought that was kind of weird. Not that he necessarily has it, but again, things are not always literal. I've never seen that like that before though. So, and they also take me to the middle name too. So I don't know. He may carry the same middle name. I don't know. So I don't know who is February birthday or an Aquarius in their chart. They show me that sign, like they show me the water sign. I don't know if that's her, him, or who. I feel like she was always full of life, like fun to be around. One that may be ride or die in someone's life, as she mentions a best friend. I also get flowers being placed. I know it's obvious, but vigil outside the apartment. They show me that. Here, rock the small town. Again, I really get this like Idaho 4 similar type feeling that other case that I and the other case that I referenced, like together. Like there's something about 1 year. So I don't know why she's showing me tie-dye either. I wonder, are there any videos of her dancing? Because I see that as well, but it's like cheerleading dancing, or like cheerleading moves. There's also something about the end of this month, and I get a reference like 28th. So I feel like maybe this isn't the only time he showed his rage, or that he may have other things about stalking, things like that in his past. I hear the word worker, so I'm not really sure what that means. I keep getting things with hands in some way. Maybe he worked around there. I'm not sure. It's weird. Like, I don't know why she shows me with a towel in her head, like she just got out of the shower. So I'm not sure. Cause I kind of get like he pushed his way in, that kind of comes in. I also she's showing, but at the same time, it kind of makes me wonder. I don't know if she's placed there, or that's like not clear to me. And again, this is so very new, and like I'm just a human, so I'm not gonna get everything. But and some cases I'll get more than others. It's just I'll get what I'm meant to get. And she's also showing me Peach, and I get the name Taylor and also Christopher. So some of these may be street names, connections, first or middle. And I also get the name John too. He comes across as a bit of a loner at times. I also don't know why she's showing me noon on a clock, or just before noon, but it's like she shows me that 2 hands on noon at the clock. I think that's all I've kind of getting right now. She says, "Tell mom I love her and I'm okay. I'm with Jesus." She says, "Thank you for being such an intricate part of my life and loving me the way that you did. I know it wasn't always easy, but you worked hard and tried your best. I'm sorry that I had to leave and that this happened and you were the one to find me. You should have never had to do that. So I'm sorry that this is the way that you remember me right now. Please try to remember the beautiful, vivacious me. I want to be remembered by my life, not my tragic passing. I love you forever, Mom. Thank you for everything you did for me and for raising me and loving me the way that you did." So I hope that was helpful. That's what I've got for now on this. I just kind of wanted to get it done because it's been pushing and pushing at me, but for some reason, I struggle with it. But I do that to myself sometimes. Like, okay, so I wanted to go over the cards that I got actually because I forgot to do that. So it looks like, the homicide came in, the kidnap came in, so possible, like, that was originally the thing. The health risk I'm taking, I don't know if he may try to, I don't really know how to take that, if that's relation to her or him. Or it was a health risk, like knowing him, like you could take it like that. Weapon, natural object, unconscious, kidnap. So I do feel like at some point she was knocked unconscious before anything else was done. I kind of get like hiding out, which he is. It's like he acts like a good guy, but he's not, because that card came in, good guy. It's interesting though, because I got the female and the parental figure and good guy. So it comes across as maybe a good guy that might know mom in some way, shape, or form, or connected there. Not saying she knows him like good or anything or well. I'm not really sure how to take that, but that's just how the cards come in. And then you got the devil card, the reptilian card, so not a good people. But there's accomplice. So I take it as because multiple you got or is it multiple people, burglary. So I did hear that there was a burglary a few weeks ago, and then it says one person, coworker, and multiple people. So I'm not really sure exactly how to take that. It could be multiple people where like one was involved in the burglary, one was involved in this, but then you have one person and coworker, so it may be connected also to, or I don't know, there may be like a coworker or worker connection there, because I got worker, so maybe he works in the area or something like that as well. Um, and we got greed, intuition. So if there was a burglary or something attempted, that's where the greed come in. Intuition, like there may have been some intuition involved, like maybe she did have a little bit of an inkling, or there's egotism because he does have egotism. There's lies, there's watching and control. So he tried to control the situation, tried to maybe even have control over her, and he was watching her. There's a struggle that I take that as like, because I kept getting, there was a struggle involved in when this happened, like she struggled with him. I get that solved, so it's going to be solved, and I get confession. And then the other cards were physical evidence, DNA, jail, confession, money involved. So somehow there's money involved, which is really weird. Affair and evidence. So the affair you could take as like maybe they had like something online or something like that, or even a short-term affair. And then we have like there's evidence and DNA, physical evidence left behind. They're going to be in jail. There's going to be a confession. It's going to get solved because it came across as solved. So yep, those were the cards. I wanted to just kind of explain them. I'll do it differently later on. We did those and we didn't like record it. So I just wanted to add that in here. I so worry about being wrong or not getting enough or whatever. But I'm going to also add part of the other reading onto this video. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. We sincerely appreciate you here. Until next time.